Let's begin. Start in a comfortable seated position. Root in through your sit bones in Sukhasana, that place of contentment. Now close the eyes, taking away external distraction and coming into the subtle body. Let's take a nice big breath in. Fill the lungs, fill your space, and allow that breath to extend through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, soften. Let the shoulders and knees fall away and squeeze out any stale air at the bottom. Nice big inhale, breathe it in. Breathe in space, light, expansion, and as you exhale, let something go. Detox, squeeze it out. Exhale darkness. Nice big breath in. Now continue with the breath on your own, making every inhale and exhale the same duration of time, coming into your own vita, your rhythm, right? And focus on every inhale, breathing in beauty, light, healing. And with every exhale, we rejuvenate. We let go of darkness, and we let go of things that no longer serve us. And when you're ready, let's move forward. Open the eyes. Reach into your future. Spread your fingers along the mat, coming into child's pose. Knees widen to the outside edges of the mat. Big toes touch behind you. Sit into your past. Find yourself in the here and now. Breathe into the backs of the lungs, backs of the kidneys. Firing up your biceps, forearms, and finding a lot of length in the spine. Drawing your third eye down to the mat. This is an excellent place to create an offering or a dedication. If you'd like to send out some good juju love to someone who needs it, or create an intention for yourself, one of your greatest dreams, no matter how normal or out of control that is. And when you have that intention and dedication in your third eye, let's take a nice big inhale and slowly roll up to seated, one vertebrae at a time. Stacking the spine and finding that length. Let's move into tabletop position, so stacking shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. And begin to move with that beautiful breath. So on the inhale, drop the belly down. Arch the spine, lift the gaze, and on your exhale, round it out like a scaredy cat. Hugging muscle to bone, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, open and expand. Lift the gaze, shoulders back. Exhale, round it out. Hug it in tight. Now move organically, side to side, back and forth. Shake it but don't break it. So invite in movement and space into your ligaments, muscles, and bone. And as you exhale, find that squeezing once again. If you'd like to move forward to back, rolling the weight around, all four corners, knees and fingers, hands. Great, guys. All right, when you're ready, let's come back to neutral spine. Take the left hand, place it right below the face, and really root in through that left hand. As you inhale, reach the right arm high, open it up. Now right here, send your sit bones back, hug in through the navel, and draw your shoulders together. Beautiful. Allow your heart to expand as you reach out of the fingertips. Take an inhale breath and exhale. Thread that right arm through for twisted child, coming all the way down onto the right shoulder. Now yogi's choice here. Feel free to press that left side of the chest open or reach that left arm up and wrap it around the low back for a modification. Now find that opening in the heart as you inhale, lengthen through the sit bones and the spine, and as you exhale, twist a little deeper. There you go. Nice breath, everybody. Slowly coming back, let's release that left arm, press it into the mat, and inhale, right arm high. One more time. Exhale, release it down. Great job. Now replace the left with the right, really rooting in. And inhale, expand through the left side this time. Super bright, super wide. Send your sit bones back. There it is. Exhale, thread it through. Coming all the way onto that left side. Once again, really sending sit bones high. And find your variation. If you'd like to press into that right hand or wrap the right arm around the low spine. Great. Continue to breathe. As you inhale, think lengthening. And as you exhale, twist. Rinsing our internal organs in our spine. And getting ready for what's next. Let's release. Reach the right hand down. Plant it into the earth. Reach the left arm high. Open it up, offer it up, and release it down. Great, you guys. All right, from here, roll over the toes. Engage the navel into the spine and let the core lift you back into downward facing dog pose. So first one of the practice, so pedal it out and wiggle it out. Get some movement into the hips and the knees. Great, you guys. Look down at your hands. Make sure you're really rooting in, fingers spread wide and rooting in through the pads and the knuckles. From there, let the head and neck go, drawing shoulders onto the back and sending your sit bones high. You may need to bend your knees a little bit to do this. Great, you guys. Let's take a nice big inhale. Think of lengthening in the spine. And exhale, sink down in the heels. Nice, Megan. Inhale, extend. And exhale, soften. One more time. Deep inhale. And exhale, let it go. Let's look between the hands and step or float forward for Uttanasana, forward fold. Separate your feet hip width apart. And from here, just hang. Hang out. Sway side to side. Get some length and movement into the torso and back body. Now lift all 10 toes and really root in through all 4 corners of the feet. Soften the knees a lot. You can make figure eights on the floor with your fingers. You can interlace opposite hand to opposite bicep. Let's let the head and neck just dangle here. Let the weight of the world go. Great, you guys. From here, let's interlace the hands behind the low back. Send your knuckles towards the ceiling and keep a slight bend in the elbows here. When you're ready, bend the left knee and gaze over the right shoulder. Find a twist and breathe into that right hip, right side of the leg. Great. From here, come back to center. Bend the right knee, gaze left, reaching out with the knuckles, breathing into that left side. And come back to center. Gently release the arms, heel toe the feet back together, and soften the knees a lot. As you inhale, slowly let that breath lift you up to standing. One vertebrae at a time. For Samastitihi, let's bring our hands to heart center and close the eyes. Feel your connection with earth and sky. Allow that beautiful energy to rise up through the strong legs, through your torso, expanding in the heart and reaching through the crown of the head. Maybe come back to your offering or your intention. And when you have that offering, reach both arms high for Tadasana, mountain pose. Connecting, finding yourself in the here and now. Draw shoulders down the spine. Let's bring our hands to touch. Take an inhale and exhale over to the right. Little side bend. There you go. Think of length instead of contraction. Drawing right shoulder under. Inhale up to standing. And exhale to the left. Reach it out. Really strong, rooting down on the right foot. Hugging in through your core. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, baby back bend. So bend the elbows back, spread the fingers, and keep your tailbone long below you. There it is, hugging in through rib cage. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Forward fold, Uttanasana, hips high. This time, let the hands wash down the backs of the legs and pull the torso in a little tighter. Sending sit bones high. Great. As you're ready, let's inhale to a halfway lift, flat spine. Draw shoulders onto the back. Fingertips can touch the shins or the earth. Great. Exhale to high plank. Plant the hands and either step or float back, high plank. Now you can use your knees here if you'd like. Coming down, keeping the heart open. Let's press the heels back, lift the inner thighs, drop the tailbone. Now everyone melt your heart slightly. There it is. Reaching through the crown of the head. So strong. Let's inhale. Exhale. Half plank. Let's draw elbows in. Hold here for just a moment. Take an inhale. Nice, James. Exhale, lower all the way down. Great. Let's inhale the heart forward. Release the toes, upward facing dog. So broadening through the collarbones, pressing with the hands, slight bend in the elbows, tailbone still long. If you'd like, you can wiggle the hips a few times, shimmy it out, and get some opening into that low psoas, low belly. So keeping a slight bend in the elbows, there you go. Perfect. Take an inhale breath, and the core lifts you back, downward facing dog. Let's pedal it out, walk it out. Shake the head and neck. Think of something funny and silly that happened to you this week. And as you're ready, let's take a big inhale breath. And exhale, move to the top of your space, forward fold. Beginning to flow here. Inhale to a halfway lift. Squeezing shoulders onto the back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise and shine. Reach it high. Tadasana, mountain, super strong. And exhale, bring the hands to touch over to the right. Little side bend. Nice. Draw right shoulder under, biceps back. Inhale, rise. And exhale to the left, reaching it out. Great. Full extension. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bigger back bend. Really offering your heart. We're hunched over all day, so right here, release and open. Spread the fingers, wiggle it out. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands come through heart center, forward fold. Make it one long movement. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale to high plank. Move through your Chaturanga Dandasana, moving from high plank to low. And then inhaling forward and through for upward facing dog or baby cobra. Great. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Press into the hands, lift the hips, and walk it out a few times. So building that heat in the body, now we can really begin to move with our breath. So inhale, right leg high. Let the breath reach it high as you roll out the ankle both directions a few times. There you go. Getting some movement up into the calf. A few pops and cracks. Take an inhale breath. Let's draw the hands back 6 inches to a foot on the mat. Enough to get your left heel down. There you go. From here, look at your right hand and root in like crazy, drawing in through the core. And from here, begin to float that left hand off the mat, even if it's 2 millimeters. Great. From there, maybe you reach back with the left hand and grab the ankle, or bend the right foot, right knee, and grab the right foot. Whatever's available. Shaking is good. It means you're challenging yourself and learning. Right, guys? Yeah. All right. When you're ready, slowly release. Left hand back. Walk the hands back forward. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, knee toes. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, use the core to draw that foot all the way forward between the hands. Low lunge. There it is. Let's set it up right here. If you'd like to step that left foot out a little bit, create a really strong, stable base, scissoring the inner thighs towards one another. From here, imprint the left hand into the earth, whether palm down or on the fingertips, and inhale your right arm high. Great. Now you can come to that back knee if you need to, or fire up and keep lifting through that left hip. Long, low back, and drawing shoulders together on the spine. There it is. Inhale, breath. Exhale, let's lower the right hand, low lunge. Drop the heel back, 45 degrees. Back heel is flat. Keep left hip forward, right hip back, and reach for it. Rise up, warrior one. There you go. So it's hip to be square. Draw that left hip forward, right hip back, and sink a little deeper. Keep that tailbone lengthening towards the earth as you express up through the heart. Drop the shoulders down, soften the face. Beautiful. Take an inhale. Exhale, open it up. Warrior two. Great, you guys. So right here, a lot of times we want to kick back. Let's hug in through the core. Really strong belly, navel, and rib cage. And from there, soften in the shoulders, express through the heart and fingers. Beautiful. Take an inhale breath, and exhale, chaturanga. Or step back to downward facing dog. So moving through high plank to low, upward facing dog, or just stepping all the way back, hips high. Pedal it out. We'll switch sides. So when you're ready, the breath lifts the left leg high. Then begin to roll out that side, the ankle, maybe bend the knee if you'd like. Waking it up, pressing down, rooting through both hands. And when you're ready, walk the hands back 6 inches to a foot. And find your balance variation. So grow roots out of the left hand this time. Engage your core, everything working together. And then float that right hand off the mat. Find your variation. You may find that one side feels very different than the other. That's perfectly okay. Through our yoga, we create that symmetry and union in right to left. Great, you guys. All right. Slowly release. Walk the hands back forward. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, knee to nose. Hug it in. Tight, tight, tight. You can make contact. Don't be afraid. Inhale, leg high. And exhale, draw it through. Low lunge. Rooting into your foundation. super strong legs. And from there, walk the right fingertips out slightly, rooting in, inhale, left arm high this time. Once again, dropping to the back knee, or really finding that full lift in the right hip and quadricep, pressing right heel back. That looks great. Open your heart. Exhale, lower the left hand. Drop the back heel 45 degrees. And then lengthen through the torso and fingers as you rise up, warrior one. There you go. Soften the shoulders. Lift the gaze. Tuck the chin slightly. There you go. Inhale, breath. Exhale, open. Virabhadrasana 2. Can you see your left big toe? Make sure that left knee is open and at 90 degrees. Great. Inhale, breath. Exhale, flow it low. Plant the hands. Move through your chaturanga or step back to downward facing dog. Good job. One breath, one movement. Enjoying every place on the journey. Great. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. One more time, full breath. Exhale. Squeeze it out. The next breath, inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Heart over hands. Hug it in. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Super strong. Inhale, right arm reaching. Revolved. Reach it up. Exhale, lower it. Drop the back heel, rise up. Warrior one. Adding on here. Drop the hands behind the low back and interlace all the way to the webbing. From here, press down through the outer edge of that back foot. Inhale your heart open. Find that lift as you reach towards the earth with the knuckles. Keep a slight bend in the elbows if it helps you open your shoulders back. There you go. Inhale, breath, and exhale, humble. So just finding a slight forward fold here or drawing the heart all the way down, lifting the knuckles towards the sky. Great. Keep opening that right knee, pressing through the back leg, and let that head and neck just dangle. Great. As you're ready, slowly release the hands. Rising up, super soft, warrior two. Great. Settle in. If you'd like more from your practice, close your eyes. Take an inhale breath. This time, extended side angle. So different variations. Drop your right elbow to right knee, or your right hand can come inside or outside of that front foot. From there, that left arm reaching, drawing left hip open, right hip under. Hug in through your rib cage, soften your face and your jaw. Slight bend, unlocking that elbow, and squeezing shoulders onto the back. Great, everybody. All right, when you're ready, super strong foundation. We inhale to reverse warrior. Reaching right arm high and keeping the legs right where they are. 90 degrees in that front knee. Your front thigh should be burning. Take an inhale breath into your right side of your rib cage, all the way out of your fingertips, and exhale, flow it low. Plant the hands, send the right leg back, chaturanga dandasana, or step back to downward facing dog pose. Left side. Pedal it out a little bit if you'd like. Reset, check in with the body. Let's inhale our left leg high this time. And exhale, knee to nose. Draw it in, hug it in tight. Inhale, leg high. Exhale through to low lunge. Establishing that foundation, right? Root into your right hand. Inhale, left arm reaching. Open heart, squeezing shoulders. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Reach both arms high, heart open. Exhale, the hands behind the low back. This time, maybe switch the grip, the webbing. There you go. Inhale, open your heart. And exhale, surrender forward, humble warrior. Reaching knuckles high, soften the face and the jaw. So it's finding that balance of effort and surrender. Walking right up to your edge, and then finding that sweetness. Great. Release the hands, release the arms, slowly rise up, Virabhadrasana 2. Great, guys. Inhale, breath, fill your body, fill your space. Exhale, extended side angle. Take whatever variation you did on the other side. Keep opening through that right side. Drawing right shoulder onto the back. And find your breath here. As you're ready, the inhale lifts the left arm high. for reverse warrior. There you go. Keeping a slight bend in that left elbow and leading up from this chakra point. Take an inhale breath into your left side and exhale, flow it low, chaturanga. Send the left leg back. Inhale up, heart expands. And exhale back, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Make a silly face. Shake the head and neck. And feel this delicious opening in your body. All right. As you're ready, we'll take an inhale breath. Exhale forward to high plank for some core strengthening. So super strong. Press the heels back behind you. You want a slight bend in your elbows. From here, take an inhale. Exhale, draw right knee to right shoulder. Hug it in, tight, tight, tight. Make contact. Inhale, lower it to the right wrist. Hold. Inhale, lift it. Exhale, back. Switching sides. A few times, you guys. You can do this. Take an inhale. Exhale, left knee to left shoulder. Hug it in, tight, tight, tight. Inhale, lower it. Exhale, lift it. Send it back. One more time each side. Inhale, breath. Exhale, right knee to right shoulder. Drop it down. Lift it up. Send it back. One more time. Left knee, left shoulder. Make contact. Lower it. Lift it. Send it back. Great. Come back, downward facing dog pose. Reset. So strengthening for our core, even though we're not on our backs. Great, everybody. Let's take a nice big inhale and exhale. Move through to seated, however you'd like to get there. A little bit more core strengthening here. So from here, with intention, root your feet into the earth and then stack through the spine, rolling shoulders back. For Navasana, boat pose, bring your hands behind your thighs. And from here, stay here working on the core strengthening, drawing shoulders back or lift the knees up, 90 degrees. Great. From here, you can also release the hands forward or lengthen through the legs, whatever feels right to you. From here, if you want more, take an inhale. Exhale, lower. Find that hover. Shaking is good. We're getting stronger. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Let's do 3 more. Use your breath. Find that inner strength. And when you're ready, we'll slowly release. Arms and legs long and stretch it out. Great job, you guys. Let's draw into Supta Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet together, knees wide. Bring your hands behind your head. Draw your elbows wide. Nice. So keep a space between the chin and the chest. And when you're ready, inhale. Exhale, lift the shoulders off the mat. Inhale down. Exhale up. Now begin pulsing here with your own breath, as slow or as fast as you'd like to go. But focus on pressing the low back into the mat and using a lot of control here. Full intention in your movement. If you'd like more, lift the feet off the mat, pressing the soles of the feet together, knees wide. There you go. Getting into the upper, mid, and lower abdominals. All right, let's do 5 more each. Using your breath. There you go. Nice, Karen. And when you're ready, gently release. Arms and legs go long. And find that beautiful stretch in the front line of the body. Taking a break here. Let's draw both knees into the chest and begin to rock and roll. Forward to back, back to front. A few times, pumping that new oxygen and new blood flow through the body. If you'd like, you can reach the toes all the way back and come all the way forward. Great. All right, when you're ready, coming all the way into Uttanasana, forward fold. So rolling the weight forward, lifting the hips, and letting the torso hang. Bring the feet to touch. Sit the hips back for Utkatasana. Thunderbolt. From here, different variations. Sitting the hips back or drawing arms out, lowering the shoulders back and down. Sink a little deeper. Can you see your toes? Weight is in the heels. There you go. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Prayer twist to the right. Draw that left elbow outside of the right knee and find your twist variation. So from here, weight is deep in the heels, deep in the hips. And then look down at your knees. Make sure they're still parallel. And from there, blossom open, extending and reaching. If you'd like to reach the arms to fly, maybe do a little side crow, whatever you're feeling today. Listen to your body and breathe. Great. We're here for a few more breaths. Sink a little deeper. I know your legs are on fire. Stay with it. Great. And slowly release. Excellent. From here, rising up, samastitihi. Resetting our foundation. Bring your left hand to your left hip and lift your right knee up at 90 degrees. There you go. Take your two big peace fingers and wrap them around your right big toe. From here, stay here and think of elongating through the crown of the head, dropping down with the right hip and creating length and opening in the front line of the body. If you'd like more, you can extend that front foot out, pressing out through that right heel. Either forward or to the side for standing twist. Super strong foundation. If you think of a flower, it has this beautiful stem as it blossoms open at the top. Great, you guys. Draw shoulders down the spine, smiley faces. Turn the corners of the mouth up. Take an inhale breath. Slowly release, drawing that knee back in. Bring both hands to the hips and send that right leg back for airplane. Let's bring hands to heart center. So keep that beautiful buoyancy in the upper body, dropping right hip down and spiraling your right pinky toe towards the mat. There you go. And breathe. Soften your shoulders back. Reach through the crown of the head. And as you're ready, exhale, hands come to the mat, standing splits. Different variations. That back foot can be 1 inch from the mat, as long as your hips are neutral. So drop that right hip down, and from here, find your variation. Reaching up with the right heel, you can come into a balance, wrapping one hand, maybe both hands around that left calf. Drawing torso down. Soften the face. Great, everybody. Let's take an inhale breath and exhale, step it back. Low lunge. Reset. Drop the back heel. Rise and reach open. Warrior 2. Great. From here, Trikonasana. So begin to straighten that front leg. Kick your right hip back and then reach as far as you can through those front fingertips, keeping integrity in the torso. Then all we do is just rotate the arms. So you may find that that left hand needs to float near the inner thigh or bring it all the way down to the mat. You may also use a block here. Draw shoulders together on the spine and make sure your knees are unlocked. So we're using our muscle, not our bones, right? Keep opening through that right side, reaching through those right fingertips. And if you'd like more here, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Look down at your left toes. Bend your left knee and launch forward, stacking right hip over left and extending. Once again, find your variation. Trikonasana, Ardha Chandrasana, or maybe float the left hand off the mat, or find Chapasana, bending the back leg, receiving the right foot from the inside or outside, pressing hips super far forward and opening your heart. So remember, shaking is good. It means you're playing with your edge and you're getting stronger. Great. Let's take an inhale breath. Exhale, step it back, everybody. Release it out. Great. Warrior 2. Let's rise up for horse. Towards the side here. So knees wide. Draw the right heel in and sink down with the tailbone. Let's bring hands to heart center to start. And lengthen down. Sinking down in the heels. Reaching through the crown of the head. Soften the shoulders. Bring the hands to the knees. You can move side to side like a sumo wrestler if that feels good, warming everything up. And when you're ready, drop your left shoulder down, forward, and gaze over your right shoulder. Opening up under your scapula, getting some length in the back body. And from there, switch sides. Drop your right shoulder down, gaze left, drawing right knee more open. Here you go. Come back to center, bring hands to heart center. And if you'd like a little more, lift the toes or lift the heels. Use your breath. Deep breath in. Exhale. Few breaths here. Deep inhale. Exhale. Once again, breathe in that light and space. Exhale what no longer serves you. Release, straighten the legs, shake out the hips a few times. Let's bring our hands to the hips, open the heart, lift the gaze, tailbone is long below us, and as you exhale, forward fold. Hips high for Prasarita. Drawing your toes in, heels out, so you're slightly pigeon-toed, and then let the head and neck just dangle. From here, yogi's choice once again. Shake the head and neck, find that length in the backs of the legs and the upper body. Make sure your knees are unlocked once again. Roll the weight forward into the toes. There you go. If you'd like to take a different variation, headstand, handstand, whatever you're feeling. This is your space here. A few breaths. Visualize the opening in the hamstrings as you send your sit bones high. Nice, Mago. Great. As you're ready, we'll slowly lower out. Walk your hands over to the front. Side warrior two. From here, straighten and elongate through that front leg. Kick your left hip back this time. Reach, reach, reach. As you send your fingertips forward as far as you can. Then just rotate the arms, opening that left side. Drawing right hip under, left hip open, and reaching up with those left fingertips. Now really squeezing in through the chest as you draw shoulders onto the back. Great. All right, stay in Trikonasana or look down at your right toes, bend the right leg, and lift the back leg into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Find whatever variation here, reaching, extending, coming into a balance, or Chapasana. If you're in Chapasana, press your hips forward and open your heart, drawing left shoulder back. In fact, everyone draw your left shoulder back onto the body and see how that opens your heart. Great. From here, take an inhale breath and exhale, gently step back. Rising up to horse, other side. Draw that left heel in, hands at heart center. And breathe. You're so serious. All right, warrior two, left side. Left knee extends. Now draw that left leg back straight, prepping for Trikonasana, other side. So from here, kick that right hip back, reach out with the left fingers as far as you can. Super lengthen the torso, and then just rotate the arms. Once again, you can use a block here if you need a little lift. And keep extending through those right fingertips. Your gaze determines where you're going, so look up, reach up. If your neck gets tight, you can drop it down a little bit. Little neck stretch. From here, stay in Trikonasana, opening that right hip, or bend the left knee, look down at your left toes, and launch forward into half moon, other side. Stacking that right hip over left, pressing back through that right heel. There you go, reaching right arm high. Spread your wings and expand. Take whatever variation, stay here, or Chapasana, pressing the hips forward. There you go. Reach to the right hands. All right, extend, extend, extend. Slowly, when you're ready, and softly step back with the right foot and turn towards the side of the room. Second set, of course. Draw that right heel in, sink down. Great. So we already did that part. All right, let's do Malasana. Okay. So frog pose. Wonder if we should move from down dog into Malasana. Let's start in down dog. Okay. Downward facing dog pose. From here, hips high. Breathe into the back body. And as you're ready, let's take an inhale. Exhale, look at the hands. Step outside of the hands for Malasana, frog pose. Sitting down in the hips. From here, knees wide, tailbone long, reach to the crown of the head. Hands at heart center, draw the elbows into the knees, expanding the knees wider. Getting a lot of length in the back body. Beautiful, everybody. Stay here, you can roll side to side a little bit, get a little movement in the hips, or Bakasana, crow pose. From here, place your hands with intention, shoulder width apart, and really press down. Elbows of the eyes face each other, and then we draw both knees up high up into the triceps, Hugging in, lifting through that low back and core, and rolling the weight forward. Keeping that focal point ahead of you, maybe drawing big toes to touch, and maybe lifting heels all the way up towards the hips. And breathe, super strong. Great job, everybody. Stay here and release, or send the legs back into chaturanga. Great, Karen. Lowering halfway down. Inhale up, upward facing dog, press the heart open. And exhale back, downward facing dog pose. Pedal it out a little bit. From here, dolphin pose. Drop the elbows immediately into the mat. Forearm width apart, so you can find your spacing, drawing opposite hand to opposite bicep, and really rooting your elbows in. Forearm width apart, great. From here, you can also add a block between the hands, and just begin to walk the feet in, slightly lifting in the hips, and really hugging in through the core. Great. Now draw the shoulders down the back. So Megan, draw your elbows in slightly. Yeah, there you go. And yogi's choice, gaze down at your hands. You can keep the spine long if you like. Maybe lift a leg towards the ceiling. For forearm stand prep. Great. All right, if you'd like, switch legs. And walk the toes in a little higher. Really building that forearm strength and upper shoulder strength. Make sure you're hugging in through the core and low belly. Let's take one more deep breath in. Great job, everybody. And exhale, lower the knees. Spread the knees wide. Big toes touch behind you. And reach back into child's pose. Reset. All right, we meet here in downward facing dog pose. And from here, take an inhale breath through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. Deep breath in. Exhale. Release it out. One more time, vibrant inhale. And exhale. Look between the hands and move to the top of your space. And step or float. And from here, sit the hips back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Ut meaning intense, so sit a little deeper. Take your variation, squeezing inner thighs together, hugging in through the navel. Maybe drawing arms out 90 degrees ahead of you to draw shoulders onto the back. Great. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, hands draw into heart center. Draw that good energy in. And exhale to the left. Right elbow outside of left knee. And find your expansion here. Check in once again with your knees. Make sure they're still parallel. And right here, if you'd like to open the arms to fly. Reaching up. Spreading your wings. Maybe side crow if that's available. Great, you guys sit a little deeper. Your legs should be burning here. You guys burning? Yes. Yes. All right, slowly release, unwind, come up to standing. Draw your right hand to right hip, lift your left knee, grab on, left peace fingers around your left big toe, and once again, find your foundation before we expand. So root down through your right leg, engage right quadricep, lift the right kneecap, and from there, if you'd like to press that left heel forward, rolling shoulders back. Use your drishti, your gaze, that focal point to help you stay steady, and come into the breath. Find your edge here, and breathe right into it. Keep the length from the crown of the head, sweeten the face. There you go. Take an inhale, exhale, draw that knee back in. Both hands at the hips, you can send that left heel back behind you for airplane. Bring hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra, and then neutralize the pelvis. So dropping left hip down, right hip up, and extending through that back heel. Soften the shoulders back, squeezing together on the back body. Let's take one more vibrant inhale. Exhale, drop the hands down, standing splits. Find your variation. Sending that left heel high, rotate your pinky toe down towards the mat to open up that low sacral area, low back. And from there, if you'd like to come into a balance, reaching that left leg high, wrapping the one hand or both hands around that standing leg. Draw your torso down and in. And soften the jaw, soften the gaze. And reach one more time. Lift that left heel high and step it back. Low lunge. Rising open, warrior two. Press through the legs so you can blossom out of the fingertips. Super strong and bright. Let's do one more round of horse and prasarita. So draw your left heel in Turn your knees out. Connecting breath with movement here. Sink low in the heels. Knees wide. Bring hands to touch. From here, stay low. If you'd like more, lift the heels, or simply lift the toes. From here, reach out. Inhale. Reach it up. Draw that good energy into the heart. Exhale. Inhale, reach it out. Reach it up. Exhale. One more time. Reach it out. Inhale up. Exhale. Draw it in. Sink a little deeper. Maybe close the eyes. Long spine. Great. And as you exhale, release the hips. Shake it out a little bit. Bring the hands behind the low back. Interlace to the webbing. From there, inhale, expand through the chest. And exhale, forward fold right here. Toes in, heels out. Sending the sit bones high. And getting a little chest expansion. So breathe, let the head and neck go. Sending sit bones high. And roll the weight forward into the toes. If you'd like, you can release the hands, whenever you're ready. And find your forward fold, taking whatever variation you would like. If you'd like a headstand, handstand, or simply forward fold, hips high. Opening up the backs of the hamstrings. Great, everybody. When you're ready, release the arms. Walk the hands over to the right. Coming into high plank, send the right leg back. Zip up the body, super strong. Press the heels back from behind you. From here, walk the toes and heels together. Then send your heels to the left, Vashisthasana, side plank. Immediately come to your left knee if you'd like to modify. Otherwise, lift through that right hip, reach the right arm high, take whatever variation. Slight bend in that left elbow, protect your ligaments and joints, and lift, lift, lift. Reach, reach, reach. If you'd like to lift that right leg into a tree variation or reach it towards the sky, come into your own practice, listen to your body, or take a break if you need it. Reach, reach, reach. One more big inhale. Exhale, lower the right hand, release the right leg, and melt all the way down onto your mat. Bring your left ear down, gaze right, let your arms go long at your sides. Take a nice big breath in to reset, and exhale, let it go. Come back to your intention, your offering for yourself today. Let's do a little spine strengthening. So when you're ready, plant the hands below the shoulders. Draw elbows in, squeeze them in tight. Zip up the legs like you've got a tail for baby cobra. All right, from here, roll shoulders back, and on the inhale, lift the heart. Now keep your gaze down at your mat so your back of your neck stays long. Great, and then squeeze, lift a little bit higher. Very little weight in the heels or in the hands. But if you'd like, draw back slightly on the hands, opening the heart a little bit more. Let's take one more big inhale and exhale, lower all the way down. Bring your right ear to the mat this time and let the arms go. Great. Deep breath in, reset, and exhale, let it go. Great. All right, from here, bring your arms out like a cactus. Elbows wide. Nice. From here, bring the chin to the mat. And as you're ready, we'll inhale, lift the torso, elbows come back behind you, lift the elbows. Now lift the heels towards the ceiling, just like you're Superman or Superwoman. There you go. Squeezing, lifting, breathing. Reach, 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 lift, lift, lift. Now when you're ready, lift the right heel and gaze over your left shoulder. There you go. Lift that left elbow high. There you go. And then come back to center. This time lift the left heel, gaze over the right shoulder. Lift it up. Come back to center one more time. Lift right heel, gaze over left. There you go. Come back to center. Other side. Lift the right shoulder, lift the left heel. Come back to center. One more deep breath in. Lift, 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 reach, reach, reach. Exhale, lower it down. Let your arms and legs go. Gaze to the right if you'd like. Drawing your left ear down. And reset. Floor bow. So from here, bend your knees. Stay here. Reach back, open the chest. And grab the insides of the feet, outsides of the feet. Bringing your hands to the tops of the feet or the ankles and flexing the feet. From here, we'll move into baby bow to start. So really hugging in through the inner thighs, then rolling the heart open, rolling onto the quadriceps. With the breath, pressing back with the feet. And if you'd like more, lift a little higher, lift the legs off the mat, coming up. Reach it out. Don't forget to breathe. Slight tuck in the chin, back of the neck is long. Nice adjustment. Let's take one more big breath in, and exhale, lower all the way down. Release the arms and legs. And if you'd like, windshield wipe the knees and the feet side to side. Release the low back and sacrum. All right, when you're ready, plant the hands under the shoulders. Send the hips back into child's pose. Knees wide, big toes touch, and reaching the arms long overhead. Draw your third eye down to the mat. Our sixth chakra, place of wisdom and intuition, and breathe health and happiness into that seat of consciousness. All right, when you're ready, inhale, slowly rise up, coming forward onto all fours. Then draw your right foot outside of your right hand, coming into a low modified lunge. For runner's lunge, take whatever variation once again. So different ways, stay right here. Think of activating those inner thighs towards one another and hugging in through the low belly as you soften down into that right knee. Listening to your hip. Going to that edge, breathing into it, and being mindful. If you'd like, come down onto the elbows, straighten the back leg, or that back knee is down, and breathe. So sometimes when our hips are being compromised, we get scared, and we tighten up in the upper body. Think of softening the heart down, releasing the shoulders back, and letting the head and neck go. And breathe in space and light. Beautiful. As you're ready, walk back up onto the hands. There you go. And then walk the right yoga toes all the way over to the left side. Half pigeon. Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Draw right knee into right wrist. Slide the left leg back. And to start, let's keep those back toes turned under. There you go. And once again, find that big engagement, that drawing in through inner thighs. Bring your hands out ahead of you, coming up onto the fingertips. And yogi's choice here, really active, pulling in through the core. If you'd like, you can bring your hands to the hips, hands to the heart, and really pressing through that left heel, drawing left hip forward. If you'd like even more of a challenge, press back so much in this left heel that you lift that left knee off the mat. Press, 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 you got it. There it is. Let's take an inhale breath, and exhale, surrender down onto the mat for sleeping pigeon. Release the back toes. Drawing left hip down, and drawing forehead to the earth. And breathe. A few breaths here. Releasing it out. Let your shoulders still behind you. And finding that sweetness here. Slowly begin to rise. Plant both hands into the mat. Press into the earth as you reach the right leg high into the air. Shake it out a few times and let that new blood flow and new lymphatic flow pump through the system. Let's switch it out. Release the right leg down. And when you're ready, step the left foot outside of the left hand. Coming down on the right knee if you need to start. Runner's lunge, other side. Left toes can be... And drop the back knee if you need to immediately. Coming into runner's lunge, other side. Walk the left toes out, maybe 45 degrees, and find your variation. Find the softness in the heart. Let the head and neck go. And breathe into that left side. You can even open that left knee out a little bit more if that feels good. Just getting some really good expansion, flexibility into that left side. Great, everybody. Lovely. Soften the heart, draw shoulders onto the spine. There you go. When you're ready, we'll slowly come back up onto the hands. Walk the left yoga toes over, drop that left knee into the left wrist. And come up down into Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. To start, keep the back toes rolled under and feel that ignition through the lower half of the body, that inner thighs engaged, drawing right hip forward, low belly in super tight. Open your heart and press, press, press. If you'd like to keep your hands down, hands at heart center, whatever serves you. And then press back so much through that right heel, maybe your right knee comes off the mat. Super strong. Great, slowly release. Take an inhale breath, open your heart, and exhale, lower into sleeping pigeon. So different variations here. Stay here in sleeping pigeon. You can also bend your back knee. Whatever you're feeling, coming into that quadricep. Here you go. Melt your right hip down towards the mat. And soften. Breathe in that healing light. All right, when you're ready, slowly lift it up. Plant your hands down. And inhale, reach that left leg high into the air. Lot of length. And shake it out if that feels good. Get that new good juju up into the leg and hip socket. When you're ready, release that left leg down. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, move forward to seated. However you'd like to get there, step or float. Great. And from here, bend both knees. Plant the feet with intention on the earth. Reach your arms forward. Draw the shoulders back. Open your heart. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly lower onto the mat, like honey from a jar. One vertebrae at a time. All the way back. Great. From here, draw both knees into the chest and give them a nice squeeze. All right, as you're ready, send your legs up towards the ceiling. For legs up, the wall pose. Flatten out the feet, arms along at your sides. And from here, reach the feet high or send the toes back towards the back of the room. All right, let's do that again.
That's so fun.
I don't know. I thought I heard him laughing, and then I was like, all right. So, can you guys come back down for a sec? Okay. And Caden's over there. Caden, you gotta be quiet. Okay. All right. Let's reach your feet towards the ceiling. All right. Legs up the wall pose. Flatten out the feet. Stay here, or move the toes towards the back of the room for halasana, plow pose. Lifting the hips.
It's my yoga mat, I promise.
And breathing into the backs of the legs. Keep your gaze at the backs of the knees. And maybe find a little space between the chin and the chest. Breathe. Keep your arms long. And breathe in length and space into our back body. Great, everybody. If you'd like a shoulder stand, walk the hands up the spine as high as you can go. Squeezing elbows in, create that strong, stable tripod base. And when you're ready, reach your happy toes into the sky. And really think of length here, drawing hips back towards the face and toes farther forward. Big, long line of energy. Getting new blood flow. If you'd like, maybe Baddha Konasana, feet knees wide, or maybe eagle legs, whatever feels good. Drawing a new circulation. Great. And as you're ready, drop the knees down towards the face. Release the arms and softly begin to roll down, one vertebrae at a time, onto your mat. There you go. Great. Let's draw the right knee in towards the chest. Give it a nice squeeze. Send the left leg long. And give that right knee a good hug. Draw it outside of the rib cage and squeeze it towards the right shoulder. Create that contraction. Flexing both feet. Padabandha, foot lock. There you go. And as you're ready, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Take an inhale. And exhale, draw that right knee over the body, coming onto the left hip for supine twist. Reach the right arm long. Soften the shoulders onto the mat, soften the gaze, relax the face. If you'd like more, you can gently straighten that right leg. Whatever feels good to you. There you go. Sending that right leg out. And soften here. Breathe into your left shoulder. Send your right hip away. Slowly rise up back to center. The breath moves the right leg up. And release it out. And when you're ready, draw that left knee in. Give it a nice juicy hug. Nice big squeeze. Draw it outside of the rib cage. Squeeze it in tight, tight, tight. Flex both feet. Here you go. Inhale, breath. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale over to the right. Drawing onto the right side. Left arm goes long. And soften here. Drop that left shoulder back and down. Reach through the crown of the head. And send your left hip away. Soften the face. Alright, let's gently roll back to center. Let's draw both knees into the chest here for one final big bear hug. And we're really hard on ourselves, so right here, thank your body for everything it does. Thank yourself for showing up. Come back into that sweet dedication and offering right here. And when you're ready, let's take one final scientific breath in. Fill your space, and as you're ready, exhale, let it go. Arms and legs go long, preparing for our final corpse pose. So separate your feet a lot. Let your toes flap out to the sides. Arms and palms are open, ready to receive the benefits of this practice and beyond. Now once you're here, soften the eyes. Come back to a normal breath and invite that divine illuminating light up, starting with the toes, into the feet, into your calves, into your thighs, your belly, your rib cage, your chest. Let it spill out of your arms into your fingertips. Soften your throat, your jaw, your cheeks, and your eyes. Come into that space between the eyebrows. Soften there, and let that beautiful divine energy spill out of the crown of the head. And enjoy this sacred space, one single point of focus and connection with all things. Shavasana.